coolest kitchen with Mako TV. Mako TV is a big fan of pineapple, that succulent, sweet flavor dripping down your throat. But I also do like a bit crunch with it. So I'm going to combine crunchy texture with sweet, succulent pineapple and show you a recipe that can be so easily done in your own kitchen. Interested to know what this is? It takes so few ingredients that you probably have lying in your cupboard already. So stay tuned to this video so you can find out how to make your very own delicious dessert for you and your family. Mwah. So simple, it takes a minimal amount of ingredients, so you can just throw it in all together into the oven and you get yourself an amazing delicious tart. So let's see what I'm using so that you can also know what to get on your end. So I'm using puff pastry that's been bought from a store. It's just one sheet, which is much easier than making your own puff pastry. That's my opinion. I've taken the puff pastry, I've rolled it out a bit, keeping its thickness still important and intact, and I've cut out 7 circles that I'm going to be using. These circles are bigger than the pineapple slices I'm going to show you just now. You can use whatever shapes you want, so it's according to your preference. What I've done is when I cut out these circles, I made sure that they are bigger than the pineapple slices so that there is still some room for you to see the rest of the ingredients. So what are the ingredients we are using for this? I have pineapple slices that I bought from a store. There's 7 of them, so I've cut out 7 puff pastry doughs. You can buy a pineapple, cut it yourself if you want. I'm using some desiccated coconut, brown sugar. I have some chopped up almonds, very roughly chopped up. You can roast them first before you use this recipe to put everything together. It will give it an even better taste, but nevertheless it will get roasted in the oven either way. I'm using an egg wash, which is just 1 whole egg, and from the pineapple that I bought, I just kept aside the syrup, so we're going to use that for some moisture on our tarts. So on a tray, I've just powdered it with some flour. You can use spray and cook aerosol if you want, and at the bottom, at the start, I'm going to use my egg wash. So quickly giving them a nice wash. Normally egg wash is used at the end of what you are doing, but today we're just switching it up a bit. Right, once your egg wash is done, we are going to take some of our desiccated coconut and we're going to throw it at the bottom. Or better yet, before we do our desiccated coconut, let's take some brown sugar. So the brown sugar can marry nicely with the egg wash that we just put on. So not a lot of brown sugar, we just want some sweetness, not too much of sweetness, so that just gets sprinkled there. As you can see, I'm not being high-titanium longer using utensils, just your fingers, as long as it's clean and hasn't traveled anywhere else in any other part of your body. So we have our brown sugar there. Then goes our desiccated coconut. Again, sprinkle. You can be a bit more generous with the desiccated coconut. That's going to get nice and roasted in the oven as well. So just like such. It's good to have fun in the kitchen and not just be strict all the time, so play around with your ingredients. Not too much though, just have fun. Okay, so once our coconut is at the bottom, we're then going to put our sliced pineapple, just taking one like this, that's raw, and putting it on the top of each of our pastries. Does that sound difficult? No, not at all. Just like that. Next, we're going to take our very roughly chopped almonds and sprinkle them on top. You can use any type of nuts that you want depending on your preference. This is just what I had in the kitchen, so I'm going to just sprinkle them around like this. They don't necessarily need to stay in a specific place. Just sprinkle them so you know that they're there. Just get a bit more here and there. And then just steal some from those that are spilled over onto your tray. Okay, that looks beautiful. And lastly, we're going to take some of our syrup with a teaspoon, and we're just going to drizzle it over each to give that little bit of a moistness to it. Don't necessarily have to do this. Let's just say less than a tablespoon each, so that it gets nice and soaked in. And there you have it. This goes into a preheated oven at 190 degrees Celsius for at least 20 to 25 minutes. Keep your eye on it because not all ovens are the same. Once the puff pastry puffs up enough, you are ready to serve.